Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. So, currently we are going to be on our third episode of Deathmark Spirit Hunter. I'm glad that some folks are willing to come along with me on this journey. Where we last left off, we were in the middle of the woods, and we just discovered three bodies kind of made into human hives. And it was a little bit of a trial and error trying to figure out which one we had to successfully close the box on, but we got there. After that, then we ducked into a little cabin in the woods because we found some keys for it. But unfortunately, at the last 2 minutes of the stream, the OBS actually kicked me out. So you missed about 2 minutes, but honestly, nothing happened. We were just a little bit of talking with the lady who was following us around in the woods, and that's just about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unmute the audio here, and we'll get right back into it. I believe, yeah, chapter 2. Alright, so, yes, as I said, we just got into this. Didn't touch anything, didn't change anything. So this is a brand new cabin in the woods, and we will see what we find. For those who are new here, which I see you, Golden, thanks for the chat. Now, I play horror games, and specifically I play Eldritch and supernatural horror games if I can help it. Everything I play comes with a content warning. Specifically, this game, in this particular chapter, you might want to keep an eye out for, believe, typophobia or something like that, the fear of holes. So just keep that in mind, and if you have to duck out, that's perfectly okay. I'm just giving you a heads up ahead of time. Alright. The inside of the container is corroded. I don't think I can use it. A big burlap sack is slung against the wall. It's incredibly lumpy, making it easy to determine it's holding something. Just then, something inside the bag moves. It keeps squirming intermittently. Why? Why is it moving? A cold sweat breaks out on my forehead. I hesitantly reach for the mouth of the bag. Holding my breath, I slowly open it. A sickening sweet smell hits us. It's a corpse, currently becoming a beehive. It's completely unrecognizable at this point, but I intuitively know who it is. Masayo Kamara, who was sitting on the bench with the Shimio and wanted to commit suicide. Yeah, I mean, I want to make sure I do a much better job of letting people know, because yeah, some of these games get pretty intense. Sorry if I didn't emphasize it enough. That can't be a beehive. Honeybees are burrowing into the holes all over his body, diligently making their hive. The faint noise we'd heard coming from the bag must have been the buzzing of bees. I'm glad to hear that. I don't want to cause trauma if I can help it. This is beyond insane. It has to be the work of Shimio. Once it's complete, another dart would be added to the repulsive bee farm. Just then, I noticed some objects stuffed next to the corpse. The mismatched items seemed almost like a burial accessory for the dearly departed. Got tennis ball, large bottle of night-night times 3, awesome. Daze the swarm, then you'll be safe. Daze the swarm? Can I do that with what I've found so far? We returned Masayo's corpse to the bag. I'd like to give him a proper burial, but there's no time for that right now. Hey, can I say something? Christie's expression is grave. Her face is flushed with shame. I know full well that it's far too late to be saying this, but I can't stand it. I can't take any more of this. If we run into this monster, no way will I be able to do anything. I'm not kidding. Whatever I said on TV, it's totally meaningless here in this forest. Sorry, but I can't help you anymore. I know this is out of the blue, but I thought it was now or never. I really am sorry, but I just can't do this. Christie stumbles over multiple apologies. No, there's nothing to apologize for. It's normal in a situation like this. Any regular person would react the same. Hell, everyone would want to run as far away as they could. But her confession carries a dangerous consequence of its own. If at some point I end up fighting the spirit like I did at H Elementary, could she handle being my partner? New info added to the spirit file. Reunion with Kamaru. Poor dude, we met him at the very beginning of the chapter, more or less. I had to talk him down a few times. An old notebook. The cover says Honeybee Family Notes. Feel the book. Family won't die if they're dreaming. If the betrayer comes, wake them up and hit them. Do it until they calm down. Be careful, everyone. When they wake up, family is only human. This looks like some useful information. Should I rip it out and take it with me? Yes. Take all the things. Tore out the page. Got Honeybee Family Notes number 4. Alright. Give me the bottle. All the bottles look cracked or damaged. I don't think I can use them. No! Deny me my bottles. It's a small container. Feel the container. I open up the container. Inside, something looks like a dried tree root. Got dried tree root. Okay. There's a scrap of paper stuck to the tree root with wire. Everyone's gone. I'm all alone now, and I want to see everyone. But my head is so foggy, I can't remember how. I think the last thing I need to do is combine those two, but... Light bulb. We got a light bulb there. The light bulb is blackened inside. It'd probably be dangerous to turn it on. Anything else? Oh, we got 2 more things. Several bug-eaten novels. They're unreadable. And what about the box in the corner? Nothing is inside the small box, but the outside is covered in something that's horribly sticky. I'll give you one guess. And the first one doesn't count. I think that's about it. Alright. Anything else in here? No, that seems about it. Spooky. So, we're going to swap out our partner here. Back at the mansion, we have a couple other partners who are more likely to not freak out as we face a giant honey bee filled horror. Let me just try it. Ah, I turned around. This forest is purposely confusing. Yeah, I think I just accidentally did the thing. Let's see. Beehive should be fine, I think. I'm back on the right trail to actually... No. Well, no, that was probably correct. Because the camera basically switches to face you. So you have to kind of remember what the new direction of the camera is going to be. So that's always fun. Hey, we made it out. So we're going to head back to the mansion. Yeah, man. Like... there was this one section where we were being chased, and you had to kind of directly remember where you were going and what you were facing. Otherwise, if you took the wrong turn, you died. Feel the trash can. I feel around inside the container, but nothing's in it anymore. Yeah, we are okay, because we already got everything in there. Back to the mansion. And we're going to switch out. So we got the punk. And we got the detective. Now, the detective here, everyone likes the detective so far because his demeanor and eyes is like, oh yeah, I want him to bully me. So. And the punk is surprisingly pure. Let's see. I take the detective with me, though, because he knows how to use a gun. Alright, so we'll exit the building. Back to the forest. So it's been about a week since I last played this game, and let's do a quick check on the notes, actually, to see what I need to remember. Alright, the forest in Shimio. The forest is shrouded by strange events, suicide and body dumpings, and the like. It scared off casual visitors. Only the occasional test of courage brings a foolish kid inside. The paths are shaded at all hours with thick trees, it's so easy to become lost. Among the rumors swirling around this forest is one a bizarre man, known as the Spotted Man, or Shimio. He's covered in dark splotches and asks all that he meets if they like bees. If they say yes, he attacks them while laughing maniacally. He sounds like your standard crazy, but I guess he's the next spirit we'll have to face. At any rate, we'll head back to the forest to investigate. You know what, I think at the beginning of my streams, when it comes to this game, I'll actually read through these, because I think it's probably pretty good to kind of refresh everyone's memory now, actually. Man at the brink of suicide. As we walk past the grave marker, an agitated man named Masayo appears. Once we get to him to calm down, he calls off his plans to kill himself, but before he leaves, he mentions seeing a man covered in dark splotches. I wonder if he's still around. We should keep moving. Corpse in the cottage. We found a corpse in a burlap sack in a cottage in the forest. The strange body is completely covered in what appears to be honey. It doesn't look like suicide, but who would do this? And why? The cottage is oddly clean, so someone might be coming here every day. Could it be the culprit? Obtained a sprayer. I found a sprayer that can shoot a variety of liquids. And then I hear the strange ghost-like voice again. Manipulators will themselves be manipulated. It keeps coming out of nowhere and surprising me, but I must admit that it's never once lied to me. Maybe it's not actually an evil spirit. Mysterious shrine. As we quickly investigate the forest, the black rabbit appears. I quickly chase after it and arrive at an old, leaning torii gate. Is the Shinto shrine past it? I'd love to investigate, but the hives over the gate ward off intruders. We'll have to look for elsewhere for now. And then the mark bearer in the cottage, which we just, oh no, yeah, here we go. Mark bearer in the cottage. We quiet the bees with a spray and find a second cottage further in the forest. No corpse inside this time, but a living woman named Christy Amora, a former news anchor. Seems that she came to commit suicide, but getting caught up with us and our circumstances changed her mind. Oddly enough, she already bears the mark. What irony. She most likely got her mark from Shimio. While we were discussing it, the flashlight goes out. It's not malfunctioning. It's just like with Hanahiko. Our presence is closing on the cottage. We'll have to get out of here. We have no time to explore and definitely can't get lost. The shortest route back to the forest entrance is the only way. Temporary retreat. Somehow we get the car started and we speed out of the forest. Before we make out, we spot two men. One of them is familiar. It's Kumura. His neck twisted awkwardly. He seemed dead. The man beside him was smiling. Was that Shimio? The disembodied voice says, "Control those that are different and exercise them." Easy for them to say. How do I even do that? Temporary retreat. We learned another truth on our drive back to the mansion. Mashida, who escaped the mark once already, now has it again. It appears when he saw that what we think is Shimio. It appeared when he saw what we think is Shimio. It's true, then, that spirits are the ones causing people to mark. But it's beyond me why Mashida would risk his life to learn more about the mark. He must have some kind of reason. Back at the mansion, Christy tells us of an incident with the forest she reported on back when she was an anchor. 5 years ago, a group of people calling themselves the Honeybee family lived cut off from society deep in the forest. That is, until one day, they mysteriously committed mass suicide. News reports said they've been disillusioned with society and followed their leader's orders to die, but the police investigation was inconclusive. The problem lies with the appearance of the leader who is said to have died with them. Christie says the picture shows to be a giant, obese man. The mass suicide caused the forest to quickly become deserted. This Honeybee family group concerns me. There are traces of their presence everywhere in that forest. If we want to survive any of the unexpected dangers or chance encounters with Shimio, we need to be careful not to overlook a single detail in this investigation. We discovered a horrific bee farm with corpses strung up as beehives. Body fluids and honey mix dripping from the corpses. It's disgusting, but we could easily fill a vial with how much is in there. But morbid thoughts need to wait. My mark warns me that time is short. Will the amnesia get worse? Shimio could be closing in on us right now. We have to hurry. And that's the last one was just Kamaro, and then the forest. Alright. So we're more or less caught up now, both you and I. Let's see. Where do we need to go next? Off to the side. Mostly just going through this forest again, trying to figure out which direction I need to go in. I went backwards, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Alright, go down this trail. And I don't think there's anything in this trail, actually, because I've been down here once before. So I'm going to go back and continue going forward. Coming up at the next pass. One more forward. Yeah, because the end there is just a complete dead end. It was just a clue that we got. Alright, so this is the crossroads. And we went that way before. And I think this way. So going forward is just a shrine. But I think we might, with the new items we got, we might be able to get through the shrine. So let's take a look. The area by the Torii Gate is full of bees. Those are not bees, those are wasps. Before long, a swarm of bees descend on us. Okay, so no, we don't have what we need to get through those yet. We leave the gate, has been driven away. Alright, so it's got to be to the left or the right. I forget which side it just was. Yeah, wasp honey, right? It's got that extra sting in them. So, I was in here before. And I already grabbed, what was in that book? Yeah, notebook that says Honeybee Family Notes. Yeah. Well, yeah, because we were the ones who ripped out the pages, so... Can I... I got a few items here, but I don't think I got anything I need to combine. Dried plant root found in the small box labeled Ugly Lady. A small paper is attached with a wire. It says, I think the last thing I need to do is combine those two. Feed dried root. Alright, well, let's exit here and see if we can find anything that might be able to help us. You see what I mean? So we came from the right, and now if we go forward, that was actually going to the left from the entrance of the main forest road. It is so disorienting. And they did that on purpose because they hate us. Alright, and I don't think there's anything we need to worry about here at the moment. Let's see. Okay, so I think we came from down this way before, and down that way before. So if I'm right, if we go forward, there should be 3 hives in human bodies lined up, if I remember correctly. Yep, okay. So, in the right spot, did the right thing. Feel the corpse. Yeah, there's nothing else on the corpse. Just the stinking liquid that we collected. Alright. Just double check, make sure that there's nothing here. Yeah, the bees have already calmed down. They tried to murder us, and they did kill us at least once. Alright, so back at these crossroads, we're going to want to go forward, because I don't think we've gone down that direction yet. Or I just got completely confused again. We'll find out. That beehive should not be active. I think I got confused, and if I did, I'm going to go this way, and it might be the Torii Gate. Yeah, it was the Torii Gate. Okay, so I did get confused, but I managed to refine my bearings. At least now that we're reoriented ourselves, so it's easier to get back to where we want to go. Alright, to the left. To the left, to the left. Alright, so there's 3 beehives here, and we got 3 vials full of night-night. The buzzing of bees fills the area. It looks like there's another giant beehive here. It probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about them first. I take out the sprayer and hold it in one hand. I should be able to use it to spray drugs. Yeah, there's just the amusingness of saying, just spraying drugs constantly. Alright. And, I always get asked to feel the hive, so just to see what happens is feel the hive. Thankfully, they're out of reach. Which I think is a bit passive-aggressive, the game calling us a jackass for just trying to feel the hive. Alright, we'll use the tools. We'll use night-night. I take out the night-night and I put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. The bees' movements get slower. Eventually, the hive falls completely silent. Used up a bottle of night-night. We're going to do that 2 more times, so... Tools. How much night-night do I actually have? I think I have plenty. I got 1 bottle there. Yeah, 1 sec. Yes, cool. I was gonna say, it's like, hey, can you guys sort this for us? I love how they don't actually stack them, though. It's just 1 bottle in the night, 1 bottle in the night, 1 bottle in the night. I take out the night-to-night, and I put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. Bees' movements get slower. Eventually, the hive falls completely silent. Used up 1 bottle of night-night. Yeah, it's super hard not to say night-night, because that's what I would be told by my father when it was time for bed at night. He's like, "Hey, time to go night-night." So, night-night, right? See, it's not just me. It's just that's the way you'd say it. Night-night. Tools. I take out the night-night and put it in the sprayer. take careful aim and spray the drug. The bee's movements get slower. Eventually, the hives fall completely silent. Used up 1 bottle of night-night. Oh yeah, I give up. I'm just gonna keep on calling it night-night because that's just what I'm gonna do. I've silenced every hive in the area. Now we can pass through. Just bugs. That's astute observation, Mr. Detective. We move forward. Crow, that was not funny. She's getting revenge for all the times I've spooked her. Let's see. I don't think there's anything in here that I can do. Oh, look, it's another hive. Alright. The beehive, there's a beehive. The buzz of bees fills the air. Do I have any more nanite? I should? Yeah, I got more. Large bottle of nanite. We'll save that, and we'll use the small one. I take out the nanite and put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. Big EP. EP forever. The bee's movements get slower. Eventually, the hive falls completely silent. Used up 1 bottle of nanite. Alright, well, let's check out the hive. It's a trio of women's corpses that have been turned into hives. The buzz of bees fill the air. Feel the corpses? If I don't do something about the bees, we won't be able to get through here. Alright, so I gotta do something to them. More nanite. I take out the nanite and put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. The bee's movements get slower. Eventually, the hive falls completely silent. Used up 1 bottle of nanite. And just like with Legend of Zelda, we don't... Well, no, not with Legend of Zelda. Just like with, Didn't like that. With a few other games, you don't get the bottles back, I believe. Feel the corpse. An indescribably horrific smell comes from the thick liquid dripping from the holes. Nothing else really stands out. I mean... But I was going to do a thing. Is there not a thing to do here? Maybe if I recheck the hive here. The bees have been completely silenced by the drug. There's a bottle of drugs hidden inside the beehive. Got good morning times 2. Well, I make you a bet that the good morning is the opposite of the nanite. There's a warning label for punishing betrayers. Pour it and hit them with a stick. If they wake, they're human. Can be used with a sprayer. Excuse me? Alright. That's a sound that's happening. I don't think I'm gonna use it. Okay, so there's 2 bodies in bags that I think I use this on, because somehow I'm pretty confident that we're not doing anything with these 3 ladies hanging up there, so let's try using it on those bodies. Alright. And I think I gotta continue going forward because the other cabin that we were just in should be over here. And I hope that they let me through here, because last time I needed the, a female partner to get through here. Okay, yeah, well, let me in. Alright, let's see. Well, no, I don't think it's gonna let me do anything. We'll find out. Can I use that on it? That does not look like it lets me do anything. Okay. Nothing new in here. Alright. Alright. New goal. Find out what to do with the wake up. Moving forward. Let's check over here again just to be certain. Because there might be something in these hives, maybe. Feel the hive. I opened the beehive, but the bees are just crawling around inside silently. Alright. Well, we'll check the other hive. I opened the beehive, but the bees are... Okay, yeah, just crawling around silently. Opening the hive. Hey! More drugs! A large bottle of sweet dreams. Okay. The label has a warning on it. Do not mix. Dangerous. Mixing sweet dreams and nunite is extremely dangerous for family. Cannot be used with a sprayer. Damn, that's the party hive. Yeah. Uh-oh. The mark has dyed a deep crimson. A few minutes left until death closes in. Oh shit. The mark scorches me again. It looks like we're out of time. I brace myself, then glance over at Mishita. Mishita, I'm counting on you. Sorry, this is going to hurt. Oh, wait. I slapped Mishita's face. That did the trick. Oh, yeah. So I should mention, yeah, as it kind of said before, as time passes, those that have the mark get progressively worse amnesia. Mishita's thing here is he just kind of stares into space, so... Nice hit. That clear your head a little? He's coming. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Right. You can count on me. I proceed to leave Mishita into the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. New information added to the spirit file. Facing Shimio. Oh. Hi there, big boy. Something flies at us in the dark. Sharp pain pierces the arm I used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee. Bees swarm around Shimio as he draws closer. I won't survive being attacked again. Alright. So, when we... Yeah, welcome to the game. So, last time, we learned about how to combo actions. Can I combo these things? Bottle of honey. I wonder if I can go through my notes here. No, that's not the notes I want through. No, those don't. So we'll just see what we can do here. Can I... No, too far away to use that. Okay, so we basically just have to survive, I think. Honey? Throw a ball? A baseball. What was the... Let's see. Where's the actual notes that I have? properly. There we go. Family notes. Play. So gone sticky. Bees gather over. Okay. A crumpled piece of paper. Looks like a draft from a notebook. With Lee, family, fun, play, cat, liquid got on, sticky, bees gathered, over and over, game interrupted. 1. Page torn. Make hive, new body, smear honey over, ferment honey, get stinky liquid, drawn by the smells. Bee enters the hive. Okay. Honeybees are friends, make them friendly with medicine for the sprayer, that's it for use in the night. Is only performed in 5 places. Okay. Okay, so what I think we need to do is take the bottle of honey and put it on the baseball and try to throw the baseball. Apply honey to baseball. This will either work or go very badly. Combo action. I pour the honey over the baseball and throw it. It wasn't effective. Oh no. Ow. Damn it. The swarm completely ignores the honey-covered ball and flies straight at us. My vision darkens. I can see the spirit slowly drawing closer. Alright. So we're gonna have to... Yeah, right though? So it's a bit of a guess sometimes, unfortunately. Alright, let's try that again. We're gonna face the spirit again. Because I think we were on the right track. We just chose the wrong thing to apply. He's all juicy. Alright, he draws closer and we won't be able to survive another attack. Let's try that again. I still think it's the baseball, but maybe it's the stinky liquid? Maybe? Stinky liquid on baseball. Let's try that. Excite the bees. They rush. Okay, the bees cloud rushes the ball. They must be reacting to smell the liquid on it. I mean, that works. The bees swarm the ball. They look like a dense black cloud. First try. Alright, and now the second trick. This is actually why I like this game, though. You can't just, like... Okay, yes, sometimes you have to guess. But it's not like, and then I just hit the boss until it dies. No, you actually have to pay attention and think about what you need to do in order to defeat the spirit. So that was the first part. Make a new hive, smear honey over, fermented honey. Okay. Friendly with medicine from the sprayer if they don't. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure what next step we should use. He's too far away to use that. Okay, so then I guess this thing is going to be stinky liquid on the tennis ball. Pour the stinky liquid over the tennis ball and throw it. Shimio incites the bees. The bee cloud rushes at the ball again. It's like playing fetch. I guess the second ball was effective too. Oh, I don't like that face. Put the bees back. Put the bees back. That's a face. I don't like that. Large bottle of nunite. Alright, one second. I want to see what Sweet Dreams was for... I want to see the difference between sweet dreams and nunite. A large bottle of mysterious medicine. A warning: do not mix. Dangerous. Combining sweet dreams with his dangerous family. Not compatible with sprayer. You know what? Let's try mixing the large bottle of nunite with sweet dreams and see how that goes. So, large bottle of nunite and large bottle of sweet dreams. Nunite, sweet dreams. Nope. And I do believe, okay, so we tried, and that was incorrect combination. We're gonna have to try that again. But we get closer every time, so it's not too bad. I just wish there was kind of a skip, but there's unfortunately no skip button. Alright, so we already know that it is the stinky liquid and sure, baseball. Right. And stinky liquid and tennis ball. Face that we don't like. So, the nunite wasn't effective. What was the good morning doing again? Punishing betrayers. Pour it and hit with a stick. If they wake, they're human. Can be used with the sprayer. Baseball bat. Oh, you know what? I might have to bring the baseball, like the kid in, because the kid's the baseball player. Alright, well, first we'll try something this, and then if this doesn't work, we'll have to go back a little bit to swap out for the kid. But so nunite didn't work. What's the dried fruit? Blasting and aided is to find those two. Okay, so maybe feed the dry root. And we know the nunite didn't work, so maybe sweet dreams? What did the sweet dreams do again? Do not mix. Dangerous. Combining dreams with sleep is dangerous for our family. Worth a shot. It's probably wrong, but we'll try. Nope. Alright. Alright, so we'll, instead of trying to do this over and over again, what we'll do is we're going to rewind a little bit and swap out the police officer for the kid, because the kid is the one who has to use the bat. So we do know that as soon as I pick up that bottle, the battle begins. We've been going about this all wrong. I'm not sorry. But I am lost. There we go. Maybe not as lost as I thought. No one's here to put me in jail. Come here, little boy. Don't take that out of context. Oh, right. Forgot. The bees. Oh no, not the bees again! Teach me to go on autopilot. So we're reverse direction. Want to go to the right. Nope. My bad. That's forwards I want. Alright, let's try it again. Feel the box. Large bottle of sweet streams is still very funny. Alright, so we swing the sweet dreams. Wait, wasn't that what we did last time? We just got the sweet dreams? I feel like that's what triggered it last time. Or am I missing something? Did I forget something? Weird. Okay. Oh no, it looks like... Okay, so no, it just looks like it reset a little bit more than I thought we did. That's okay. This is fine. The game kind of just failed to tell us exactly how far back it pushed us, but I guess we should have understood that with just how much nanite we had. Used up one bottle of nanite. I'm gonna use up the second bottle of nanite. Go nanite. Alright. And third bottle of nanite. All silent. Used up one bottle of nanite. Perfect. They're all dead. No, Johnny, they're asleep. I wish they were dead. But no, they're just asleep. I knew that was there. I don't know why that got me again. I knew that was there. Okay. So, we'll use the nanite. And then check in there. Feel the box. Good morning times 2. Yeah, okay, so that's what the trigger was. We needed the good morning. You with us, buddy? Uh-oh. Okay, we just gotta give him a good old smack. I slapped Xiao's face. Ow! Old man, you little... That'll clear your head a little. He's coming. We have to go. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Yeah. Okay. I proceed to lead Xiao into the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. New info in the spirit files facing Shimio. Alright. Sharp pain. He draws closer. Stinky liquid and baseball. They rush the ball. I mean, I guess we're just really lucky the bees are very much into stinky balls. Balls. We rush the balls again. Alright, just want to double check because I'm pretty sure it's good morning and then the baseball bat. Pour it and then hit with a stick. Good morning. Enjoy your baseball bat. I spray Shimio with the drug and hit him with the baseball bat. Shimio is wounded. A cut opens up on his giant body and bittersweet smelling liquid pours out. Ow. I'm not a traitor. Shimio bends over backwards moaning. Liquid sprays from the hole in his body. Shimio falters. Alright. I got more good morning for you. Shimio is wounded. Shimio writhes in pain, his body jiggling. No, I don't want to wake up. Shimio hollers in pain as he gets hit, but it doesn't seem to be enough to beat him. Shimio is weakened. Shimio is clearly weak. Now is the time to finish him off. The question is, how do we finish him off then? Large nanite and dried root. Sweet dreams. I think we have everything we need to actually win. It's just a question of what order we have to apply it, right? Punishment prayers before I hit with a stick. Okay, we already did that. Large bottle of nanite. Do not mix. Combining dreams with sleep is dangerous for the family. Yeah, like these two combined is supposed to do a thing, I suspect. But I don't think we don't know if that's what we're supposed to do right here. Mostly just because I'm wondering if we're supposed to do something with the dried root. We're gonna go for broke and try combining the nanite with the sweet dreams. So that, and so spray. No, I don't want to spray the nanite. I want to use the large pour nanite and then a large bottle of sweet dreams. So this might work. Try pouring 2 drugs over Shimio. I poured the two medicines over him. As they mix together, they begin to bubble, reacting violently with each other. Shimio looks up amid the poisonous fumes, as if trying to gasp for breath. But he's unable to escape the gas, and the forest shakes as he wails his death cry. like that. At last, his huge body crumbles to the ground and his movement ceases. Yay! His honey-covered drill rattles as it rolls across the ground. Oh my god, chat. Do you think we managed to get... Can you believe it? We managed to get in the first try. I don't sense Shimio anymore. Ha! Serves you right. Hell yeah, first try. Xiao is back to normal. His mark has appeared to have vanished. Mine is... still branded red on my arm. Then Shimio wasn't the one who gave it to me. But I figured that'd be the case. From what I can tell, the mark bearers confront the spirits that cursed them then. They suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Xiao was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problems, so Shimio wasn't the right spirit. Something is lying on the path. It's a small notebook. The cover is wet. The light of the flashlight is making it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimio? Where did he hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Damn, that's gross. All yours, old man. Seems Xiao has absolutely no intention of picking it up. I give up and bend down to grab it. Flipping through the pages, it appears to be a diary. The dark will make it tough to read. Let's take a look at it when we get back. I want to be to retreat out of here ASAP. Yeah, you're right. Carefully, we retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you trying to pull? Don't mess with me like this. It's not me. What's going on? It won't respond. A cold, icy shiver runs down my spine. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark force is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, I'd feel so much better. I hit the switch repeatedly, silently praying. The light isn't coming back on. Pain. My mark is throbbing. That noise. Hey, old man. Now would really be a great time to get that light back on. The mark is searing pain, but I struggle hitting the flashlight switch. What happened? Did I faint? My head's foggy. The light suddenly comes back on. What? Where's Xiao? Hey, Xiao! I hear ragged breathing, like that of a beast from a bush close by. I try to head towards it, but my legs won't cooperate. I'm frozen in place. The sound of humans being destroyed. A maniacal laughter, brimming with joy. I think we just lost someone, chat. A man's death cry. My legs, I force them into motion. And head in the direction of the voice. There I find no one. But between the broken branches beneath the trees and dirt, between the trees and the disturbed dirt, someone had definitely been there. After that, I search the forest until the sky begins to brighten, but I don't find Shao. Exhausted, I drag my body to the car and collapse from helplessness. Think we've gone done fucked up, chat. The whole ride back to Kaju Mansion. My ears ring with the horrible buzzing of bees. You're finally back. It looks like you're successful too. The mark's gone. Well, mine is at least. My mark is still there. What does this mean? Christy is hysterical, clutching her head. What the? Hey, Eldechii. What happened to the kid? Don't tell me. Ishia's glare feels like a hit in his face, thunderous like a demon. All I can do is nod. Damn it. No, you can't mean. I'm sure we killed Shimio. But then the flashlight went out, and I know the voice I heard was his. Maybe Mary knows something about it. Welcome back, Lord Eldechii. It appears that you overcame your fear and destroyed the spirit. But there was a victim. Yeah, we beat Shimio, but what happened to Shao? Unfortunately, the spirit's festering grudge was not cleared away. The grudge that stole the life of one who killed it, Shao. So the spirit got revenge? Normally, a grudge is killing people be impossible, but then why was Shao killed? What kind of logic? I should have been. I can offer a logical reason. The vanquished spirit could only affect those it gave the mark to. If that's true, then it's pretty ironic. That'd mean I was saved because it wasn't Shimio who'd give me the mark. This is likely upsetting for you. But take comfort in the fact, Lord Eldechii, or take comfort in the fact that Lord Mishida's mark has vanished. A question. I get why my mark didn't go, but why hasn't Christie's? I thought she got it from Shimio. The hypothesis is then incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her her mark. I don't want to believe it, but it's true Christy hadn't been in her right mind when we met. It's definitely possible that she hadn't realized that she had it already. Lady Christie received her mark fairly recently. Her memory is currently unaffected, but if she were to continue to come into contact with the spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate, so please exercise care. Her amnesia would get worse? That would explain why Shao's strange behavior before we fought Shimio. Hey, Eldechii. It's been bugging me for a while now, but you kind of stink. I am pretty sweaty. I did spend a whole day walking all over the mountain. What did you expect? No, it's not like that. My nose can't compare to a police dog's, but it's still pretty good. Your sleeves smell weird. I glance down and suddenly understand. Michi is probably talking about the smell of the honey left on my sleeves. I never did read that honey-covered notebook, did I? I take it out of my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside, it talks about Honeybee family, what they did, and their ideologies. I can't tell if Shimio wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writing spells out their fanatical thinking and hatred for society. It's fascinating as abnormal psychology, but doesn't bear relevance to our current problem. The author seems extremely pious. Multiple pages wax about the H shrine. They seriously believed we'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. All of the suicides in the forest, the numerous horrifying incidents, according to the author, they're all because of the divine wrath of H Shrine. H Shrine. Divine wrath. Strange. That part sticks out to me. After I finish skimming through, I tell the other mark bearers what it says. I guess we can't write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the idea that spirits really exist. We're dealing with supernatural, so just about anything is fair game. Divine wrath. If that's true, then... It's almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I'm sure all of you are tired from walking on the mountain. Too much happened today. I need a break from all. I'll think about future once more. I'll think about the future once more. I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Hey, Eldechii. I've decided to leave tomorrow too. Change your mind? You're abandoning me? I've decided to leave tomorrow. Yeah, you're abandoning me? Don't be bitter about it. In fact, you should be grateful that I've stuck around this long. Anyways, I'm satisfied. That big string of missing persons cases that the force couldn't solve, I figured out what was behind it. And I basically closed the honeybee family's case I've chased for years. The truth you're seeking can be found here, huh? Mary's something else, isn't she? I can finally visit someone's grave. His expression's still the same, but it feels like he's more at peace. He's leaving us. Handsome investigation dude with the sexy bedroom eyes is going away. He accomplished what he set out to do. Hey, Eldechii. This whole thing is too dangerous. I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you past this point is just too risky. Sorry. A tremor runs through his clenched fist. We're both probably thinking about what happened to Shao. If you manage to escape your death, I'll buy you a drink sometimes. He asked us out on a date. He's leaving us, but if we live, we got a date, we got an in. See you. Now, Lord Eldechii. Please inform me once you're ready to rest. Good night. New info was added to the spirit file. Truth behind Shimio, other. So, we're gonna save. Every time I keep on going. I don't think it's me being weird. If you see system in a video game, your brain goes, oh yeah, system, that's where the save is located, and not push Z to save. Which is an upper corner over here. All right. So since I got some since I didn't even see it up there. Yeah, right. All right. Since I got someone here, I'll let you be the arbiter here. Do we let the story roll where it is, or do we roll back and see if we can get the good ending to the story? I'm of the mind that we just let the dice fall where they roll, but I'll let you have the opportunity to decide. Good ending? All right. We roll that back. We roll that back. As soon as I figure out how to load the game. Maybe through save and exit. Maybe through Z. That's just going to be thing. So what we'll do is, yeah. So we'll exit. Nope, that's the wrong kind of exit. Sure. Nope, that's not right. Alright, fine. We do this manually. Be right back. Don't panic. Alright, we rolled right back. And we will continue. Now, don't know how far back that's going to make us go. Alright, shouldn't be too far. The soft spot for the punk kid archetype. He must live. We save the punks. We save the punks. Alright. I don't mind. We play video games to have fun, and sometimes it's fun to be sad, and sometimes we want to be happy. Actually, so we'll keep the lady with us because we've learned something very important now. Something that I actually didn't know before now. Is when doing these mysteries, try not to keep the people with the grudges nearby, because they don't work well. They die if they get in contact with their with the spirit too much. So we'll speed through this a bit because we already know what this is. Now, there's no guarantee we can actually save the kid. It might be that that's what the game wants story-wise. I actually do not know. So. I'm saying this for people who are coming in late or future VOD watchers. Those who have a fear of holes opening up in people, content warning. I'm sure no one will mind me just kind of speeding through instead of rereading all this again. So there's just a question of whether or not we can use the baseball bat, because I think that's kind of what we need. We know we can't use Mishada or Shao, because both of them have the cursed mark for Shimio. So it's gotta be you, lady. I don't think she can swing the baseball bat too hard, you know. Not to think that she can't, I just don't think she would. So we'll give her the job of pouring the chemicals. If I can. I don't know how the game wants to do that. Alright. Shouldn't be nothing in there. Yeah, tear that stuff out. You know what? Yeah, sure. You can do that, and you can tell me, because at this point we're trying to hit for the good ending. So it's one of those things where if we're just wasting time because we don't, then yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you can save them. Perfect. Okay, wow. I think that's everything that we got in here. Not that time. You ain't spooking me twice. And we're gonna go to our right because we gotta get that. We need to get the party-sized bottle of drugs. Large bottle of sweet dreams. Alright. And we're just gonna pump these guys full of sweet dreams. Well, nonite actually, but yeah. One for you. Sorry about that, chat. Yep, one for you. Tool, nonite. We spray with the drug. And one for you. We got drugs for everyone. We have enough to share. And then one for you. Share the love. Share the drugs. And we get slower. Alright. Whew. They're taken care of. She'll be fine. She can do it. I believe in you, Christy. I don't know if we actually have to do anything about the corpses up there. Some more nonite on you. And you fall completely silent. And feel the box. Good morning times 2. The mark scorches me again. Looks like we're out of time. I brace myself, then glance over at Christy. What? Christy, I'm counting on you. I think he's almost here. Seriously? I'm positive. This is the exact same feeling as before. Don't freak out when he comes. Just do as I say and it'll be okay. I survived this one already. Right. I'm counting on you, Mr. Eldechii. I proceed to lead Christy into the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. New info added to the spirit file, facing Shimio. Alright. Sharp pain pierces the arm I used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee. See, you think his head's gonna be up here, but it's not. Alright. So, stinky liquid. Throw the baseball. These are making him taller. False advertising. You look nothing like your Tinder profile. Or would it be a Bumble profile? Oh. Stinky liquid. Tennis ball. We incite the bees. Should be incensed, I think, but whatever. God, I do not like that face. Alright. I'm gonna pour the good morning. No, she cannot use the baseball bat. I cannot use the baseball bat. So there's gotta be a different way to do this. I can use the crowbar, but I don't know if the crowbar counts. Yeah, tell you what. Yeah, to a different way, exactly, yeah. So there's no effect by using the dried root. You can't mix these two yet. You have to weaken them first. So I'll try spraying the good morning, and then we'll try hitting with the crowbar. I don't know if that will count, but we'll try. Oh, it does not care. It does not care whatsoever, so you just gotta hit him. See, it was a red herring when they said to hit it with a stick or something. It doesn't. It's perfectly fine just using the broken crowbar. All right, more good morning, more broken crowbar. We injured him, but only barely. Guess the crowbar is... Okay, well, it's saying that it's not a good weapon. So actually, it's probably not good. But we've used the... Okay, so that probably means that we're going to have to try something else. Crowbar doesn't work, then what? Probably not going to work then. Okay, so that didn't work. Yeah, it's because Christy can't use the baseball bat, and for some reason, our character can't use the baseball bat again. Alright, let's try facing the spirit and see about what else we can do. Let's check our notes. Let's check our notes. He's basically a zombie, so how to weaken him? A normal attack with a bat or gun would be useless. I wouldn't give for some kind of occult gear that could raise the dead. How to annihilate the spirit? Burn it with fire? Maybe something more cowardly like poison. Regardless, I need to consider everything carefully in order to survive. Okay. He may be whisper control those who are different and exercise. Probably means to combine those things. Shimio has the bees helping him, so I should prioritize them. Daze the swarm. I could draw their attention somehow. Maybe my bag has something that affects bees from a distance. This is not what I wanted to grab. I wanted that. No, that wasn't the thing. Okay. Well, let's see what else we can do. So So definitely the stinky liquid in the baseball and stuff is correct. That feels correct. Oh, I guess I made a mistake. I accidentally grabbed the honey instead of the stinky liquid. That's my bad. I was distracted. Game over. Not the last save. I wonder what the side again does. Let's try to go there and see. Okay, so it just takes us basically the last save. Oh no, just before that. Cool. That's not too far. Just making sure I got the thing in there. Alright. Deal the book. Wake them up and hit them. Do it until they calm down. Be careful, everyone. When they wake up, family is only human. Looks like this will be useful information. I should rip it out and take it with me. Alright. This one's much trickier than Hanahiko, so let's see. Sort that. Plenty of nanite. So that handles the bees. Make hive, new body, smear honey all over, ferment honey, get stinky liquid. Drawn by the smell, bees enter the hive. Honeybees are friends. Make them friendly with medicine from the sprayer. If they get mad, pay attention to the direction the hive is facing. Awaken honeybees, leave the hive in the direction of the sun. Whatever that means. Quiet place in the area, meeting place, a clue on how to get to paradise. Eastern thicket, often. Alright, well let's try exploring the forest a little bit more. We know how to trigger the fight, so we know that we're probably missing something possibly before we get there. We're doing this for Shao the punk. For the young punk boy. So we will grab this. Got a large bottle of sweet dreams. Can do anything with that. Nothing on the corpse. Shao is worth it. We save our precious baby Shao. Or it might be Show? My pronunciation is atrocious, so. Only she can use it? Okay. Can't think of anything to use the dried roots for. What was that notes about smearing the honey? Make new hive, new body, smear honey all over, ferment honey, get stinky liquid, drawn by the smells. Okay, but that's not necessarily what we need or want to do. We'll head back. I think it was this way that we wanted. This will either be the Tari. Okay. So we'll put these bees to sleep first, and then we'll see if there's something else we can grab. We'll say goodnight to you. Alright. That's one bottle. Say goodnight to you. Nope. It's another bottle. And say goodnight to you. Alright. So, silenced every hive in the area. Now we can pass through. Huzzah. Actually, I want to turn around for a half second. I just want to see if there's anything we can see from this direction. Bunch of beehives. Okay, no shinies. Anything go over here? Right, crow. Forgot. No other shinies. Alright, so we know once we open that, that basically starts the fight. What about these things? These intended high up the buzz filled air. Okay, you know what actually? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go save her. Sounds more like an elephant to me. I'm gonna go... Actually, yeah, I can save anywhere. So what we're gonna do is we'll back up. And I can save here. And we'll save here on that. That way we don't have to like constantly respray the hives every time. I don't think we actively checked these. We just kind of sprayed them once and then didn't do anything. So maybe there's a thing in there. Completely silent. Used up one bottle of night. Is there a thing? Feel the corpse. Horrific smell from thick liquid dripping from the holes. Nothing really stands out. Do I have anything I can use on that? Sprayer, handgun. Handgun? No idea what to do with that. Okay. Tools. Dried root. What should I do with it? Can't think of anything. That is the one thing that will never change in horror games. Sometimes you just have to rub everything on everything. The fact that we got one bottle of nunite still left means that something could probably be done. Stinky liquid. Can't think of any way to use it. Okay. Well, let's leave this for a moment and come back to this. Well, actually, one sec. We'll put this to sleep. We'll put this to sleep, but we won't check it, because as soon as we check it, we start the fight. But maybe that's why, because we had the one extra bottle of nunite. So I'm pretty sure we put all the bees to sleep that we need to put them to, put to sleep. Alright. So, instead of actively doing anything there, let's see if there is something somewhere that we can activate still. Go to the right. I'm gonna go into the Shinto shrine and it's gonna do the same as before, I believe, or it's gonna be like, you can't do anything at the Shinto shrine. But we'll double check to be sure. Watching other people play stuff makes me realize how weak-willed I am. No, you're fine. Well, games are designed to be fun, and sometimes it's easier to figure out what you're supposed to do than others, and especially in puzzle games. I'm not particularly good at puzzle games, but again, it's one of those things where if I rub everything against everything, eventually I'm going to find the right combination of crap to work. Just the other stream, I was playing White Day, and I died like 3 times in a row to a tree stabbing me because I didn't realize I had to go into this other room while I was on a time limit to pick up a random bug spray can because you need that can in order to kill a tree. So, yeah, it's not always your fault. A good game is designed in such a way that the pieces make sense when put together. In this regard right here, right? In this sense here, this game is fairly well put together. Whereas you can see, like, yeah, it gave you all the clues. But then there's sometimes you have to kind of guess, right? Like, Shao dies if you bring him with you. And I don't know why. Well, we didn't know why until he died and then got told, oh yeah. Well, no, that's not true, actually. In the very beginning of this game, it does say that those who come into contact with the spirit that gave them their mark could kill them. So actually, no, I take that back. This game does a very good job of giving you all the clues you need. You just have to sometimes really pay attention. But in that regard, as stated before, not quite sure. Like, we know what we need to do in order to beat this chapter. What we're trying to do now is figure out what we need to do to get this chapter perfect. Which is basically, now we have to try to figure out, okay, well, what's the actual solution? And yeah, we could look it up. But, like, I'm streaming the game, right? I don't want to make the game shorter when the whole point is that we're having fun playing together. And if we get really frustrated, sure, we can look it up. But it's nice to try to figure it out with everyone. If we rub our collective faces on enough things, eventually we'll find the solution. Yeah, I ripped up those pages. And we'll return backwards. Backwards, forwards, left and right. The crazy part is I think I'm starting to like just intuitively get a sense of directions for this forest now. We feel up the grave marker, but there's nothing unusual about it. Here's the entrance to the Beast Trail, which I think we came from already, actually, but I'm going to double check. Yeah, we already came from the Beast Trail. We were already... Yeah, we already did all the things here. Okay. We push through the undergrowth. Ah, see? Now, there's a hidden trail. I didn't do that last time. Why would something like that be here? We better be careful. Yeah, I know. Then, the ghost of man stands blocking our way, silently staring. The figure glaring harshly at me, but only me. Ask my partner. Me? I can't do that. But when she faces the figure and offers up a prayer, the figure vanishes. Oh, thank goodness. I guess the ghost was glad to see a woman. Looks my prayers got through to them. Prayers come in handy sometimes, huh? Hell yeah, Christy. Let's keep going. Oh, we got a plant. A withered plant. Feel the plant. I pick up the plant and inspect it, but nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. The roots are still firmly lodged into the soil. Pulling on it does nothing. Tools? Do we have a tool? Broken crowbar. Thrust into the dirt by the plant's base. So, this is an example sometimes of moon logic. Well, not really moon logic. You know, broken crowbar, sure, that can make a trowel in a pinch. But yeah. The dirt is softer than I expected. The pointed end easily breaks it up. I finally get to the root. It kind of looks like a small carrot. Got plant root. Huh? What are you going to do with that? I'm going to do some alchemy. We'll open up our bag. Let's take a look, because now we got a dried root, and where's that other plant root? Plant root dug up from the dried grass. It looks exactly like a small carrot. Fresh from the ground. It's still moist. Alright. And let's check this box now. It's a beehive. Feel the hive. Carefully you open it up. Inside is a folded scrap of paper and something that looks like incense. Got suicide note. Mosquito repelling incense. Alright, well, let's read that. A suicide note found inside an unused beehive. Like the teachings, apply honey. Manage to swallow it. Wait for me, everyone. I'll be there soon. Alright, and then the bug repelling insects. A stick of mosquito repelling incense that can be hung from the hip. Too bad there's only one stick left. Mosquito repelling incense, huh? I wonder what we're gonna do with that. Alright, well, let's save. Oh. Okay, so it was an area within an area. Neat. I'm gonna try going back to the Shinto shrine now. Just want to see if if I can do anything with the mosquito repellent. Probably not, especially since I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to light it. But we'll see. Can I do anything with it? No. There's the bees. Not the bees. Here. Let's go back to the. Well, here, we might as well check in here just to be certain. But I think we're going to go back to the mansion. Maybe someone there has a hint. Maybe Mary or someone can give us a hint. It's this way. I think it's this way. This way home. I said I think it's this way. Come on home. Alright, yeah, this looks correct. Wish my sense of direction applied that well in real life. Just double check in here, because sometimes there's some hidden crap there. I already picked this up, and it's basically just Murder Park. Koro Zoo. Yeah. Timberlands, but that's not actually what it says. And check the trash can. There shouldn't be anything in there, but sometimes maybe something just appeared. Nope. Alright. We'll go back to the mansion. We'll go back to the mansion and try to talk to some people. I can sense a strong power emanating from Lord Mashida and Lord Shao's mark. Their amnesia has rapidly progressed. Their fated death by the mark is drawing closer. Lord Eldechii, you are the last beacon of hope. Please locate the key. Why am I'm the only one who's okay? Christy mutters uneasily. So, see, that was a hint. Basically saying it, yeah, those two people are gonna die if you take them with you. But, you know, if you have someone else with you, you're probably fine. Alright, we'll switch to Shao and talk again and see if anything changes. Strong power emanating. The rapid progression of amnesia. Death drawn close. Alright, so no, we have to, it definitely has to be Christy. We're definitely on with that. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's anything in the mansion, so back to the woods. We already did that. I'm gonna go back down. So we've already checked out this cabin. I'm just gonna recheck it to make sure that I didn't miss anything. No, that's all the same. Yeah, all that you find is dust. Flip the light switch at the base of the bulb, but it doesn't turn on. Maybe it's broken. I already checked there. Anything inside, but it seems to be empty. Alright. Turn around and head back. We'll go back up the path and see if there is... Oh, no, turned around by accident. I used to do that all the time in Final Fantasy VII. You go through a door and it would immediately invert the camera and run right back out the door. I think I cursed Cloud so many times and it was not his fault. Well, let's check this gravestone. I've already checked it once, but... Yeah. Suicide victim. We feel it up. But nothing unusual about it. But we already know about the beast trail. We already gone up, so the only real way is through here. Nothing on here. So, Torii Gate is straight ahead. This side over here was the bunch of dudes' bodies. Maybe? No, now would be yeah, so straight ahead would be the women's bodies. And another thing over here. So one second. I'm going to go back around to the last crossroads and go straight across just to see. Yeah, because this cabin, I think we've been in here and we found everything that's supposed to be in there. But, double check. Yeah, we are in here. They also purposely made the map. You're on in the map in the upper left-hand corner. You can't zoom or anything on it, so you can't just plan your route ahead. But I know if I turn down this, way, it's just going to be the Torii Shrine. I'm purposely not using right and left because the camera shifts so much that it gets really confusing. Because when I say right, when we're facing one direction, is not going to be right the next time I change directions. Or at least it won't be the same right. Yeah, so we came through here before, and there's just another little cabin in the woods down here. And that's where we came out of. I'll just double check to make sure I got everything that's in here. Yeah, there's nothing inside that box, but outside is covered in something that's horribly sticky. And there's no option to use tools, so I know that I'm not being crazy. It's corroded, I don't think I can use it. And can't use these broken glasses either. Alright. Then go on back. And go down to the main junction. We're gonna head to the... Those are the men's bodies. And those bees are asleep, and there's nothing to get from those corpses up there, because we got the smelling liquid from them already. Okay, we'll go this way. We've already put these bees to sleep, so we don't have to worry about them. Nothing here. This is going to be the elephant, as you said. No? Elephant, crow, gone? Okay, cool. So, we did get some extra thing now. But I'm not too sure if that's going to do anything. So, what we'll do is, I'm going to save here, because we didn't really do anything. And we will try to see if we can do anything with the extra items we got now. Let's check our bag. Sort all this nonsense. A bat Xiao had is covered in scratches and dents. It seems a lot of use in the baseball field. Only Xiao can use it. I'm not sure why only Xiao can use the baseball bat. It can be hung from the hip. Too bad it's only one stick left. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, we already tried going to the Torii Gate with it. Dried root, labeled Ugly Lady. A small paper is attached to it. It says, I think this last thing I need to do is combine those two. So, I'm pretty confident it's the dried root and the carrot and the plant root that needs to be combined. I'm not too sure what it'll do, though. Oh, you know what it is? That suicide note says, found unused be so far. Like the teaching. Apply honey. Manage to swallow it. Wait for me, everyone. So maybe you apply honey to one of these roots and then make him swallow it. I mean, it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Alright. We're save. It's chronic saving syndrome. We'll save again and we'll grab the large. No, I didn't want to turn around. God damn it, Cloud. Let's grab the drugs. Grab the drugs and see if we can kind of rub our faces all over everything until we get the right answer. Just speed through this because we already know what they're saying. All right. Come here, you big, beautiful man. Yeah, we got this. Alright. So, we already know that we have to do first the stinky liquid and then the baseball, because that seems correct. We gotta draw away the beans. Liquid, and then the tennis ball. Christ, that's the face. That's a face that exists. So all we do know is if we combine the good morning with the crowbar, that will injure but not do anything. It has to be the baseball bat to actually like finish him off. So let's try applying honey. Now it could be the dried root or the plant root. I'm gonna try the dried root first. No, I'm gonna try the plant root first because we found the plant root nearby, but it could be a red herring. Let's find out. On the plant root and throw it at his mouth. It wasn't effective. Okay. But it sweats it away. Alright, so that wasn't the correct answer. We'll try again with the dried root. There's a few different things we could try. Face the spirit again. At least it has a fairly nice way to kind of just skip over a lot of the stuff and get back into trying to solve the puzzle. I love that he has a little spoon in his hand. Maybe force feed him after the baseball part. So you're thinking maybe, well, here's the thing. The baseball part is how you get him that close, right? If you don't, because you have to use the stinky liquid with the balls twice in order to get him close enough to do anything else. If you see how there's an X beside here? Well, no, see dried route? Yeah, see too far away to use it. So they actually gotta get closer, like, 2 times in order to do it. I wonder if the bug repelling incense would do anything. Huh. So I can light the incense. Huh. Okay, well, let me double check something. Any of these notes. Apply honey, manage to swallow it. Wait for me, everyone. I'll be there soon. Stinky liquid drawed. 3. Thicket, okay. Wake them up, yeah, so if they're dreaming when their betrayer comes, wake them up and hit them. Do until they calm down, be careful. When they wake up, family is only human. Maybe the tennis ball has something else on it, because it says something found in the bag holding Masayo's Kumara's corpse. It's wet with some kind of liquid. It is stained. Now, I thought that was blood, but that doesn't necessarily mean it might be blood. So, do you think maybe we actually still need to get Shao when we hit him a couple times and then force feed him? Instead of using the two giant poison bottles on him? Yeah, because I don't think putting I think the repelling insects is a red herring. It doesn't do anything, actually. Can you use the cop? Yeah, you know what? You can use the cop. The cop just can't use the baseball bat. The baseball bat can only be used by Shao. Yeah, a bat that Shao had, it's covered with scratches and dents. It's seen a lot of use, even off the baseball field. Only Shao can use it. So if I switch over to the cop, he won't be able to do anything with the baseball bat either. Alright, so first and foremost... Yeah, so first and foremost... Because, I mean, you can probably use the handgun to shoot him, but I don't think they'll actually do anything. So stinky liquid and baseball. Actually, let's double check the baseball. Worn baseball shot had in his pocket and maybe, but it's ball stuff, well polished by its obvious swim team. Okay, so it's just a normal baseball for all intents and purposes. So we'll throw those. It is worth trying, so we'll try that. Stinky liquid. Yeah, so we'll try the honey with the carrot. Or we'll try the honey, with the other dried root, because we didn't try that one yet. Just see, and then maybe have to switch someone out or something. Because this seems close so far, because that's what gets the spirit close to us, that we can actually do something else to it. So we'll try the... Yeah, so those are on. So we'll try the bottle of honey. And we tried the dried... no, we tried the normal root. So we'll try the dry one now first. To get him to swallow it, maybe. It wasn't effective. Slowly munches on the dried root, with a loud gulp swallows it. Too old, that one. Won't work. I can't see my family. Okay, so, see, there we go. So maybe I just screwed up, and it does have to be the fresh one. So, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Yeah. Whoops. Which one did I click? Okay, cool. I clicked on face the spirit again. I think yeah. So it's got to be the actual plant root. So maybe I just messed up. Maybe I just messed up. See? You rub your face on things enough, and eventually you'll find the right combination. To be fair, like, all the notes and everything did give us what we needed to do. It just, I didn't do it correctly. Alright, and now, stinky liquid on the tennis ball. And now, the bottle of honey on the plant root. Yes. I pour honey in the plant root and throw it in Shimio's mouth. It wasn't effective. Why though? Okay, so there's something else. No, I didn't screw up. There's just something else we're not doing. You know what it is? Okay, you know what it is? I'm going to, from last save, I'm going to switch over to Shao. And I'm going, because he needs to swing the bat. But I think maybe we need to weaken the spirit first, then make them eat. So weaken the spirit. Yeah. Yeah, hit him with the bat and, to weaken him. And then instead of poisoning him, we feed him the root. Nope. Wrong way. I am actually kind of sad how easily I'm navigating this forest with the camera swapping around without thinking about it now. Alright. Partner. Come here, punk. We're gonna save. If this works though, it'll be kind of annoying because then it'll be sort of like, it wouldn't be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's part of your Eldritch nature. I've been called out. I've been called out. I'm home. Yeah. Can't you get used to navigating the innavigable. I think I said that right. To the left. To the left. No, not to the left. My bad. Forward, then to the left. Through the bees. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, if you do have to hit with the bat, that's fine. But it made it seem like, from what we learned prior, is like, if you bring these people with you on this place, they're gonna die. So it's, I don't know, a little contradictory. At least it feels a little bit like it's a contradiction, but maybe it's not. Come on, Chow. Pretty punk boy, I need your help. Only you can handle the bat. Because, I mean, that would be really kind of neat. Because every future chapter, if it's like, here's a couple people, you have to find out which person was actually not cursed by this particular spirit. But, I don't know. This is fine. If this is the case, it's still fine. Alright, let's go. I've got your number, spirit. Stinky liquid. And baseball. We throw. What I should have done is I should have saved. Whatever. Guess it doesn't matter too much. And then we get the stinky liquid and the tennis ball. Alright, so we get the good morning and we swing the bat. We already know about him cutting open and spilling bittersweet smelling liquid. There we go. He falters. And now we are going to get the good morning and swing the bat again. Get his ass. Get him. Get him, Shao. Alright. Now's the time to finish him off. So, bottle of honey and plant root. I don't want to say root. I don't say root. Alright. He initially tries to expel it, but seems to realize something and gulps it down quickly. He happily stuffs his cheek with the honey-coated root. We got him, boys. Now I can finally see my family. That's a laugh. He collapses flat on the ground. The deadly poison seemed to have invaded his whole body. His face is frozen in a peaceful smile, like a kid who's just eaten a delicious meal. Yay! Gambate! We've done it. The bees continue to hover around the still Shimio. I do like how many red herrings are in this game, though, because we've got like the insect, we got the mosquito insect repellent. We had like all these other items that actually don't mean anything. I don't sense Shimio anymore. Ha! Serves you right. Shao is back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is still branded red on my arm. Then Shimio wasn't the one who gave it to me. But I kind of figured that'd be the case. From what I can tell, when the mark bearers confront the spirits that cursed them, they suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Shao was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problems, so Shimio wasn't the right spirit. Something is lying on the path. It's a small notebook. The cover's wet, the light of the flashlight making it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimio? Where did he hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Damn, that's gross. All yours, old man. It seems Shao has absolutely no intention of picking it up. I give up and bend down and grab it. Flipping through the pages, it appears to be a diary. A little dark, make it tough to read. Let's take a look when we get back. I want to beat a retreat out of here ASAP. Yeah, you're right. We retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you trying to pull? Don't mess with me like this. It's not me. What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shiver runs down my spine. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark force is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, I'd feel so much better. Xiao, you better not die, you beautiful bastard. Don't die. Just a malfunction? Witness Shimio's heartbreaking wish to come to an end. We got the good ending. So it was just broken then. Damn, I about had a heart attack. Let's get our asses out of here before it does it again. We all hurry back all the way to the car. We all hurry the way out back to the car. I screwed that up, whatever. Troll game, yeah, right? Oh man, Eldechii, what do you want to stream? I know, I'll stream horror visual novels and stuff. I just have to read, that'll be easy. Little did I know, I'll have to be reading out loud. You're finally back. It looks like you're successful too. The mark's gone. Well, mine is at least. ... My mark is still there. What does this mean? Christy is hysterical, clutching her head. What the? No use racking our brains over it. Come on, let's ask Mary. Welcome back, Lord Eldechii. It appears you've overcome your fear and cleared away the grudge. It's unfortunate that Shimio was not the one who bestowed your mark. Good news is at least that Lord Xiao and Lord Mashida's marks have vanished. A question. I get why my mark didn't go away, but why hasn't Christie's? I thought she got it from Shimio. The hypothesis is then incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her the mark. Must have given her her mark. So, guess what? There's a thing called a comma. You can use it in language to designate a space in a sentence that continues on. Another spirit must have given her her mark. I don't want to believe it, but it's true Christy hadn't been in her right mind when we met. It's definitely possible that she hadn't realized she had it already. Lady Christie received her mark fairly recently. Her memory is currently unaffected. But if she were to come into contact with the spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate, so please exercise care. Her amnesia would get worse. That should explain Xiao's strange behavior before we fought Shimio. Hey, Eldechii, don't you dare leave us. Don't you dare. It's been bugging me for a while now, but you kind of stink. I'm pretty sweaty. I did spend a whole day walking all over the mountains. What did you expect? You gotta get going? I'm really glad you stopped by, thank you. And no worries, you take care of yourself, alright? I'm glad I managed to save your boy. I'll probably be going for maybe another hour or so. I want to see if I can get into a bit of the next chapter. But I hope you have a great night. No, it's not that. My nose can't compare to a police dog's, but it's still pretty good. Your sleeve smells weird. Maybe it's honey? I bet it got on you from the notebook. I never did read the honey-covered notebook, did I? I take it out of my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside it talks about Honeybee family and what they did and their ideologies. I can't tell if Shimio wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writings spell out their fanatical thinking and hatred for society. It's fascinating and abnormal psychology, but it doesn't bear relevance to our current problem. The author seems extremely pious. Multiple pages wax on about H Shrine. They seriously believe that we'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. All of the suicides in the forest, the numerous horrifying incidents, according to the author, they're all because of the divine wrath of H Shrine. H Shrine, divine wrath. Strange. Strange, that part sticks out to me. After I finish skimming through, I tell the other mark bearers what it says. Enough of that crap. Divine wrath, curses, it's too much. I guess I can't write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the idea that spirits really exist. We're dealing with the supernatural, so just about anything is fair game. Divine wrath? If that's true, then... It's almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I'm sure all of you are tired from walking on the mountain. I haven't been this wiped out since last time I saw baseball. I was at baseball club. Sorry, but I gotta crash. Later. Too much has happened today. I need a break from it all. I'll think about the future more once I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Hey, Eldechii. I've decided to leave tomorrow too. Alright, we were a bit of a dick last time, let's be nice. I'll miss you. Cut the sap, it's gross. Anyways, I'm satisfied. That big string of missing persons cases that the Force couldn't solve, I figured out what was behind it. And I basically closed the honeybee family case I've chased for years. The truth you're seeking can be found here, huh? Mary's something else, isn't she? I can finally visit someone's grave. His expression's still the same, but he feels more like he's at peace. He accomplished what he set out to do. Hey, Eldechii. This whole thing is too dangerous. I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you in past this point is just too risky. Sorry. A tremor runs through his clenched fist. If you manage to escape your death, I'll buy you a drink sometime. See you. Now, Lord Eldechii, please inform me once you're ready to rest. Good night. New info added to the spirit file. The truth behind Shimio, other. Alright, we save. Alright, let's actually double check here. What time do we got running? Just checking a few things up here. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to go for just a little bit longer. Maybe see into a bit of the next act. So I'm going to take a very short break, and then we'll continue on for a little bit. Alright, I'm back. So, let's go a little bit farther in here. Let's talk to Mary. Are you retiring to bed? Yeah, let's rest. Good night. Chapter 2, Shimio, End. It's been 3 days since Shimio's defeat. Mishida and Sho have left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We have not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps drawing closer. Good work, Lady Christie and Lord Eldechii. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hope, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seems optimal to contain something of interest. Christy and I just finished investigating Seiyu Kojo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything about healing the spirit, nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Eldechii. Don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember I said about H Shrine? I forgot. You let me know. What? You lost that memory? It's in the forest by H Castle. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. That's what Shimio's notes said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of the divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there any value looking into it? Maybe. Exactly what I expect from you. Always so quick up on the uptake. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe that's what she's really like. So Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Christy and I don't have spiritual powers. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, in shrines, the guardian deity of Kojo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kojos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it's impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I'm sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night? I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Talk to Mary first, I think. Is something the matter? Are you not heading to H Shrine? Okay, well, I guess that settles it. We make save. And we go back to the forest. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Eldechii, have you read the files over there? She points to the right side of the room, and the shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in H City and the surrounding area. Was Miss Kojo looking into criminal activity? Any of it looks related to the mark? No, as far as I can tell. These are extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the files back. Alright, should we head out soon? I park outside the entrance to the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the family arch, or the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time. And to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman? This is a precious experience. We're being hit on by a doll. Hey, yo. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it's just as the rumors say. This is a forest filled with curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. We reach the Torii Gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It's most likely because Shimio is now gone. Each shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk towards the gate. A black small shadow flits across our feet. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Eldechii. You are correct. It's very cute. The rabbit stares at the two of us, then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too? Indeed. Though it does not appear to be strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the Torii Gate and up the stone steps. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this H shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this is what to be expected. The black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't have to stay here long. Alright, time to find all the shinies. A headless Buddhist statue is buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. Let's see. There's a sacred Shimawa rope on a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is in Iwakura. What's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that God descends on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. Alright. It's a wooden shrine altar. The clouded old mirror serves as the go shinta. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Goshinte outside the altar is empty. That's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones with the shrines missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. Each shrine was much the same. But in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. But the faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement? So this is where that happened? No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kujo family was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems all the broken statues from around H city were buried here. Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Eldechii. The shrine was subsequently dug up, and the statues were stolen. So they came all this way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard that they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away, then dug up. They say that Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could anger have turned the divine wrath and given birth to the mark and the spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that. This land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It's hard to sense beneath it. So too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the presence of Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. So after all that, we're only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to. You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. Alright. Just do one more quick check, make sure I didn't forget anything. Alright. And we go back down. We leave H Shrine, walking down the beast trail towards the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of the strange tale, but for some reason, I feel like someone's watching us from the darkness of the trees. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Christie starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimio was right. H Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. I feel like we don't have enough information at this point to say one way or another. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Shimio wandering around, it couldn't just be a coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for spirits. Don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for, and she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Lord Eldechii, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. I follow Mary's request. I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Christy and I step out of the car. Gah. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look. Someone's over there. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at a time of night like this? Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night, Aita. I got to talk with Hanayomi. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. What? Okay, hi dude. A rather round young man appears, stepping out of the shadows. You got your questions answered, Suzu? Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayomi sure is amazing, though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped. What's Love and Hero? What? You don't know? There's a popular idol group here. They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mom said it ruts your brain. Oh, Ita, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. We watched from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from the scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christy. What do you think? I turn, but Christy isn't there. Hey, you there. Just now. What? Hey, you there. Just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Christy's on it. Well, there goes Christy hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I try to placate her, but she won't budge. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey, lady. Don't be mean to Ita. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayomi, so I had him come with me. Who's this Hanayomi you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier, the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I show him the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on. What is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article on it. OOP Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you, but that's nonsense. It's not true at all, right? Sounds like you heard the rumors, but chose not to do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. I've got one of those too. It showed up on my left wrist when I made the phone call earlier. Pulling up her sleeves, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayomi, that's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kojo Mansion with us. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while they were talking with us. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. First, we introduce ourselves. The man name is Ita Nakamatsu. The girls is Susie Morimiya. They tell us that they met through the readers column in OOP Arts Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayomi, and Ita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school, and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Hanayomi is just as famous in my school as Hanahiko is. Hey, Ita. Please tell me about those rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Ita reluctantly tells us as Suzu's request. They're just rumors I read, but... Chapter 3. Hanayome. The Night Flower. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in H City? There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she'll find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. We went to that specific phone box that lets you talk with the ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone, but all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? He heard a woman's whisper. So he did what the rumor said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see?" His cat has gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, want to come with me? There. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I'm most calm when I'm here. The doll really talked. I can't say I expected that. Then does that mean all that stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Ita with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Ita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Christy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayomi. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they are also really curious about Hanayomi. Pardon me, but may I speak? The mark on Suzu and Ita. They are likely from Hanayomi. And Lady Christie? The feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hanayomi also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped in the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at the rest of the area is also in the rumors of Hanayomi. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. Who are you talking about? It's not for children to know. Fine. There's another phone box like that? I think. There are 3 that Hanayomi will call from. The one we went to in the A Highway parking lot is one. And the one in T Mountain Rest area, the one that Miss Chastity went to. And Ita, where's the last one? At the park by T apartment complex. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Don't know. The BBS I read didn't say. Mister, do you really think Hanayomi is the one who gave us the marks? Let's say of course. But the rumors about Hanayomi go back 5 years. And no one's ever mentioned that if you call her, you get a mark. Suzu's right. Rumors about this mark are the only thing that popped up recently. So you're saying Hanayomi hasn't always been giving out the mark? If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say, seeing as I don't know anything about spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story. Hey, Mr. Eldechii. If those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their place, it might just save our lives. Search for the Buddha statues. If Christie's right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, There are many examples. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayome about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has inexplicable powers to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be that strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath. Lord Eldechii, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seems to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayome is, but it is true in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well. I can't really picture Christy and Ita facing off against a spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. No turning back. I'll figure something out. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. No, you should begin investigating Hanayome. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain and in the park by T apartment complex. New info added to the spirit file. Rumors of Hanayome. Okay. Alright, so let's save and continue on. Lord Ite, Lady Suzu, and Lady Christie. Hanayome is likely the one that gave all of them their marks. Please visit one of the public phones that rumors say Hanayome calls from. You may attain a clue regarding the key that will end the grudge. Alright. Exit, and let's see. Yeah, let's go for the park. I see a small park tucked between all the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. They said this was a phone booth from the Hanayome rumors, right? Would a spirit really appear in the middle of the city like this? Rumors say the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I guess waiting outside doesn't count. Probably not. It only rang after I stepped in. But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Christy will have to go in. You aren't thinking I'll do it, are you? Dangerous jobs are best left to men. Jeez, dude. I guess I'll just have to go in. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I was in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around inside the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you were a witness to this crime, please notify the police, MPD. This is dated 5 years ago. It looks like something terrible happened here. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Did you see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayomi? Did you see it? She asks a second time. The rumors mention that I should say, I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumors say. Hanayomi is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from each shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statues? Lord Buddha? Doesn't your arm already have the mark of Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Where are you doing that? Telling me. Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me. 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 The line goes dead. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must have been because of my brush with the blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from what the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully. It's like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she's acting strangely. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I'll wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Christy comes up to me. You don't look well. What happened? I tell Christy about my conversation with Hanayomi. What? That's not in the rumors. Christy's brow furrows in confusion. Should we go check out the other phone box for now? Maybe there's a clue there. We can also see if you can ask again. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at T Mountain Rest Area, in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. New info added to the spirit file. The second phone box. I don't see anything to examine here, so we'll go back to the mansion. And make a save. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box.
お疲れ様です。
You say Hanayomi acted strangely? She called the spirit that cursed you with the mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she'll likely not respond to your question. That does not mean that she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. Alright. To the rest area. The phone booth stands solitary at the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. Christy doesn't seem bothered by it. She's completely focused on the phone box. I must have gotten my mark from Hanayomi back then. But I was completely oblivious. I wasn't exactly in the right state of mind. Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayomi hung up on me. I follow the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratch my head. Don't adhere to the gossip. Defy it. Suddenly I hear the strange voice again. Gossip. In other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Christy, go back to the car. There's something I want to try. But it might end up backfiring on me. Sure. I don't know what you're going to do, but please be careful. Oh, and I almost forgot. I have a message from Ita. Yeah? It's about the latest information on Hanayomi from the BBS. Take a look. Christy hands me a note written by Ita. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Hanayomi. If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? P.S. Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. What? Don't say I? This is it? Yeah, that's all. Either way, Ita said he was sure it would come in handy. I'll keep it in mind. Christy returns to the car. Pretty sure we're going to have to say I. There's a poster in this booth too. Just the one, like the one at the park. This looks like it's been here for a few years. Help our investigation. On the night of 2/8/1990X, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info in this case, please notify H Police Department. February 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw in the park had the exact same date. Coincidence? The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other end of the phone. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? I saw it. You saw, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. The voice cuts off. Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. Live or die. It's been a while since we got one of these. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes? Or eyeglasses? Or a telescope? Never say I, so telescope. We're to defy it, but we don't have to do the opposite of what they tell us to do. So we can still listen to Ita. It sounds like something searching around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red? Pink? Green? Oh, it's gotta be red. I think it was red. No, I. Maybe pink. Don't say anything that sounds like I. Because most likely green. You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams? Romance? Love? What did you choose? Romance is great, I think. Is that all you got? Oh, we survived. The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answers. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. I exit the booth, and Christy rushes up to me. My mark started hurting out of nowhere. Did it go all right? I tell Christy about what happened in the telephone booth. I have no idea what that means. I guess there's no way she'd know the answer. Something on the ground there. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone box. I pick up the paper and open it. To Seiko. I'll dispel all your heartache. So forget about the horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posters I saw in the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I asked Christy what they think. Christy looks deep in thought. What is it? Oh, nothing. Well, we've checked out all the boxes, so let's head back to the mansion. Something still bugs me, though. Yeah? We should probably head back for now. New info added to the spirit file. The third phone box. And nothing to check here either. Before we head back, make another save. And back to the mansion. Hey, Mr. Eldechii. You know those posters that, those posters and that bit of stationery we found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? She might have had someone who was caught up in the... She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... Christy turns towards the shelves with files. Files full of articles on criminal cases. The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened in those files. We could use more help. Maybe Ita and Suzu can give us a hand? Go ahead and call them over. All four of us begin reading through the files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in each city. But they all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're old? After a while, I found it. The victim's name is Seiko. The date is February 5 years ago. Gotta be. Christy lays the file out on the desk and we peer at it. The files have articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Seiko Hasegawa. Apparently she committed suicide in the forest near H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found. Uh-huh. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Ita. But I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking in at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered, staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when she chased after them. Or when it chased after them. That's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Hirogagawa's misfortune. Ita somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Seiko had a mental breakdown. In the end, she hung herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman. She just couldn't bear it. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as the reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayome's phone boxes. According to the article, the incident that wrecked her life took place near a phone box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near a parking lot by a highway. The phone booths connect Hanayome and Seiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Seiko's fiancé write it? Most likely. What's strange is that it was there and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayome put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Seiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all the culprits went missing too. You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, taking pictures and all that. And I bet those pictures were of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look! Don't look!" Don't look, huh? Hanayomi has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept on going on about it, night after night, until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said that they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know? Suddenly, a line from the note pops to into my head. I'll dispel all your heartache. Hey, Christy. Do you know exactly where in the forest Sayako killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location. But that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from the big arch at the entrance. So you're really going to go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Hanayomi. Fine, I understand. I've had my fill of that forest, but I suppose we have no other leads. New info added to the spirit file. Gathering info at the mansion. Other. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the mansion. Save. I'm gonna do a bit of a quick stretch, some water and whatnot, and I'll be right back. Please don't panic. Alright, and we're back. Alright, let's continue on to find out about this mysterious lady. I tell Mary about Seiko Hasegawa.
お疲れ様です。
What a sad woman. Her grudge against the world turned her into Hanayomi. If this is indeed the case, you may find a clue in the forest where she committed suicide. Alright, well, off to the forest then. This is more awkward than I thought. Being alone with someone into recently was planning to kill themselves. Do you have something you want to say? She noticed right away. Was I being that obvious? No, not really. It's fine, you don't have to hide it. You're wondering if I still want to kill myself, aren't you? Is this woman's intuition? No, maybe I'm just crap at hiding things. Don't worry, I don't anymore. People hate it when things are forced on them, right? Doesn't matter what it is. I can trust you, right? Yes. At least for now. Here's hoping she keeps feeling the same, at least while we're together. Just then, the tires hit a bump in the road. I can see a square gray object in the back seat through the rearview mirror. Is that thing back there yours? No, that's Ita's CD radio cassette player. Huh? Why something like that? He said we might need music during the drive and then went and put it in there himself. But we don't have any CDs or tapes. Should I turn on the radio? No, I'll pass. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. After falling silent a while, Christy finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. It's rather worrisome, don't you think? After all this time, they don't know? Who doesn't know what? Those two. They think the spirit helps you find things. What a naive fairy tale. Yeah. Chrissy is exactly right. You quickly become disillusioned once you actually face a spirit. But thinking about it, wouldn't that be best? Christy looks at me in shock. Wait, what are you saying? I just mean, our lives are on the line here. Would you stop joking around? Sorry. She's furious at me. But it looks like she was telling the truth about not wanting to die. She's got too much pride. Someone like that would never commit suicide. What's so funny? Nothing. Will he make it back again? I stare at the headlights, contemplate where we're going. Sigh. That sigh was pretty deep. I can't believe we're here again. At least I can feel better knowing that he's not around anymore. I almost remind her about Haniome, but I stop myself from opening my mouth. I don't want to break her tenuous calm. Okay. It's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Strange. Maybe I'm remembering wrong? When I came back here researching an article, there was a path to the west. Suddenly, Christy's face stiffens. What's wrong? I feel cold all of a sudden. I follow their gaze and see a low shadow dashing up from the darkness. A dog? It certainly seems like one. It kicks up at dirt with its 4 legs. But it looks off somehow. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles its face looks human. The dog stares at us, growling softly. What is it? Are you trying to tell us something? You're being too gentle with it. You need to sound firm when you talk to a dog. Act like its master. Weaker dogs like to bark, right? So ignore it and stay quiet. Huh? I guess that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The dog barks loudly, then vanishes into the western underbrush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there. Was it trying to guide us? Maybe. I shine a flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. The mark's color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. New info added to the spirit file. Investigating the forest again. Alright. Into the woods we go. Feel the forest? With the dog gone, I push my way into the underbrush. I spot traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must be the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate. That's right, I remember now. This is the path I took before. Was it trying to show us? Who knows? Anyways, let's get going. Alright, let's look around for shinies. No shinies. We move forward. Shinies? Ah, there's one. There's something in the grass at the foot of the tree. Feel the tree. I push the grass aside and pick it up. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Got soul power. Talisman crumbles. Alright. We can go forward. Let's go a little side path here. Well, that's a bunch of shit on that tree. Something's in the grass. Feel the grass. I feel around the blades of grass. Got instant camera. I've hit the switch before I realize it. A red light appears. Apparently that means the flash can be used. It must still have battery left. Not that we're going to take any pictures with it. You're right. I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decide it's wise not to mention the dried blood that's stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. The distant voice echoes in my head. True. Seeing something means you've seen the light of its reflection. But what does that have to do with Hanayome? New info added to the spirit file. Around the tree covered in photos. Speaking of tree covered in photos. I shine light onto the grove of trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Huh? What is that? Something posted there? I can't make it out from here. I move forward for a closer look. What is this? All thoughts in my mind cease. It's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing. My brain comes to a halt. Are these photos? There's a bunch of pictures of different people posted to the tree. But they're all these photos have nails in the eyes? It's just as Christy said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with a nail driven through both eyes. Attached to his nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? Hey, all the people in these pictures. Are they all men? Christy mutters just loud enough for me to hear. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out. But they may be right. Yeah, looks like it. All the subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. Through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be up there. We should check it out. Alright, we'll check the photos again just in case. Feel the photos. I grab the tape that's wrapped around one of the nails and take a good look at it. It looks like audio tape that's been pulled out of the cassette. Feel? You just say the same thing. Do I have any tools? No, just the camera. Alright. Something up the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'd be able to check it out is to climb up the trunk. Are you thinking of climbing up that tree? There aren't many cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'll be hard to climb up it, so we'll forget it for now and see if we can come back. Give up and come back. Probably find something to help us climb up there. And turn around and we will try the other path first. Oh, I hear a low growl from somewhere. I can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Oh, We did see the dog at the gate. I'm not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed towards me. What do we do? Something's coming. The instant Christy speaks, the growling distance becomes distinctly quieter. And except it doesn't look like it'll let us through. Let's turn back. We'll retreat without trying to force our way past. Alright, I guess we have to do something with that tree. Alright, well, save there and boost my partner up. Something's up the tree. Must be stuck up there. Let's climb up the trunk, but there's not a lot of things to climb up the trunk with, so... We'll boost the partner. This is just between us, but I weigh... She whispers in my ear. Okay, that's off the table. Okay. Well, let's ask my partner then. I refuse. There's no way I can climb that. Looks like that's not gonna work. Well, I guess I'm climbing the tree myself. I take a deep breath and jump at the tree. I struggle to reach for a while and manage to touch a branch until I crash to the ground with a spectacular thud. Ow. I told you. Alright, well, let's try boosting my partner up again. Nope, the same thing. Alright, so I guess we really do have to come back with a different way, because I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Let's check these one more time. Look. Oh, the photos are of men. There's blood everywhere. Does it belong to the person who put the nails in? Feel? I grab the tape wrapped around one of the nails and take a good look at it. So yeah, it's the same as before. We turn around and head back. I guess we're gonna go back to the entrance and see if something changed. Maybe something's in the trash can as usual. Nope, nothing in the trash. Anything up there has changed? No, nothing up there. Alright, well, let's try going back in the woods. I know the dog's gonna stop us if we go forward again, but maybe we try just in case. Okay, same scene with the dog. Yep, same as before. Alright, so let's go back to the tree and see. Well, we'll try all the options and see. Alright, so we already know about the reflected light and everything. We're stuck in the branches. Climb up the trunk. Nothing there. So we'll ask. I refuse? Okay, well, we already know you refuse. Alright, so there's definitely something that we gotta find it in the area. Okay, you know what? Actually, we probably use the... Here, let's try using the flash... Not the flashlight, the camera. The tool here. Take a picture? I take out the instant camera. Not taken up, I can't think of any way to use it. Alright, fair enough. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh, you know what? Maybe it just wants us to... No, never mind. It turns around and go back. Anything from this angle? Nothing from this angle. No. Alright, well, let's try going back to the mansion. Maybe something with one of the kids. Oh! Alright, we switched to the small child.
そんな
The small child should be able to help. To the forest. Now, let's see. Yep, no cavaliers are not. That's okay. We're going to boost the small child. If that's all, then okay, I'll try. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go. I stagger a bit, but I manage to stand. I feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach? Just a little to the right. I'm almost there. Eek! Suzu reaches as far as she can with her hands, but I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm here. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. Got a dog collar. A collar? It makes me think it's the dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder who threw it away. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. Enta. I see. How are you supposed to pronounce that? New info added to the spirit file. The picture's on a tree. Maybe the dog will let us through now? A low growl from somewhere. Can't see what's making it. It's the dog. Tense hostility. What should we do? The instant Suzu speaks, the growling grows distinctly quieter. Okay, so up. I remember the photos. All of them with men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog, but if those pictures demonstrate the hatred that saturates this place, if I'm with Suzu, it might react differently. I consider my options. Let's show the collar. I got an idea. I take the collar out of my bag. Maybe. It's a safe bet the spirit was born here, so the dog is likely tied to this collar. I face the general area the barking is coming from and show it the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Alright, we gotta live or die. When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out for me. Mr. Eldechii, don't move. But I don't catch the rest of it. The dog rushes me so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. Alright, well, don't move. Is pretty confidently what she said, so we'll stand still. The dog stops in its tracks. It seems confused that I'm not reacting and just standing still. It shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack again. Safe. It bares its teeth and growls. my back to it, you ignore it. I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend to not hear its threat. It growls for a while until it abruptly stops. Still safe. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. The collar has an inscription on it, doesn't it? I'm sure it said Enta. What should I call it? I'm gonna say Genta. Probably wrong, but we'll try. Genta. I mutter the name. The dog perks its ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then. The dog turns around quietly, slinks into the brush. It disappears from sight. Seems to somehow managed to escape death. We survived. I pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you okay? Yeah, that was. I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. I pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem injured anywhere. I did feel the teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That dog may be supernatural. I hope it doesn't attack again. I think we'll be fine. I found what I was looking for. You're right. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it here. We're looking on about 4 hours, which I feel like is a good amount of time here. And I'm pretty sure we're about halfway through this. So what I'll do is I'm just going to save here. Cool. And we'll move it on here. And close that down. Okay. So that seems to be, as I said, a pretty good stopping point. I'm going to pick up this game again next week. I'll have a schedule up to see when's a good time for me to get that ball rolling. I'm kind of like having the schedule set where I'm trying to stream on Fridays, but we'll still kind of switch that around a bit and see how we're going.